Hi guys, this is Domine Rex, and in this video I want to talk about something that really slowed down my progression when I first started playing Counter-Strike, and that was practice, okay? Not actually practicing before I hopped into competitive. I was watching a streamer on Twitch the other day, I forget his name, but he said that he had over 1,000 hours in CSGO and that he was still a silver 3, right? And what he said was very interesting. Because he's a gamer, he plays lots of other games, he's really good at those other games. And he said, you know, CSGO is very difficult because so many players have been playing for so long that it's just really hard to advance, to rank up in CSGO. And I thought about, well, what took me so long before I reached Master Guardian? Like, what was holding me back? And I stopped to think about, what did I do? What did I do to improve? What did I do to get better? And ultimately, the answer was, well, I didn't practice. I didn't warm up before I played. I would just hop straight into competitive and play match after match after match after match. And although I did gain a lot of experience in the maps and experience about what players will do, I did not improve my rank as much as I would have liked to. When I did start to improve very rapidly is when I began simply to warm up. Very basic warm-ups before I jumped into a competitive game. So one of the warm-ups I like to do is Wipeprax aim maps. Okay, so this is one that focuses only on aim with no bots included. So, you know, and there's so many settings here. You can choose like the size, the duration, the delay, how many targets, right? So I like to start with huge targets first, right? So I warm up, kind of get myself into the flow. Because what I find is, even during warm-ups, when I first start playing, like now, I'm very, I'll miss a bunch of these huge targets. So right now, I'm hitting most of them. But even now, I'll miss, like, so many of the big targets. But after a nice warm-up with huge targets like this, you know, it just kind of warms my muscle memory up and warms my wrist up. And then I'm able to, and then I go a little bit lower, right? I go a little bit lower until I feel like I'm confident. See, you see I'm missing a couple already. But until I feel confident that I'm warmed up, I'm loose. Now, what I usually do is, unless I get 90%, I just keep going. So if I don't get 90%, I'll just keep doing this over and over and over and over again. Then when I get 90%, I drop it down. All right. So for me, 12 is still very hard, right? Even with all my practice, like hitting these 12s is difficult for me. See, you see I'm missing a ton. So I'm missing a ton, and this is even with lots of practice, right? But again, I need to get 90%, and when I get 90%, I drop it to 2. Now, I've never been able to get 90% on 2. I don't know why it's not starting. Because I know 2 is an option. Oh, there we go. Maybe it just, I don't know. Oh, yeah, here we go. So this is 2, right? So usually when I drop down to 2, by the way, I give myself like a longer duration for it to stay on the screen. But you can see just how difficult that is, right? So once you're able to master 2, you're like an aim cop. I'm not quite there yet. But then what I like to do is I like to go really big and just switch up the different activities here. Like one is big and close, right? So it's like this. Some is far away. Triple combos like this, where it's like so you just have to. So you have to do that. I love switching up. So this has so many options. You can choose different guns. You can work on spray patterns. Like one really cool, here, let's go spray easy. One really cool, you can get the AK. And this will just work on your spread. Like, are you able to hit your sprays consistently? And you see I'm kind of, but see already I'm kind of pulling it up a little bit. Because with the AK, you got to pull it down right? But then once you switch up and get the AUG, it's down and to the left. See, it's down and to the left. Huh? Ah! But you can see even right now, even though I must have had like 1,000 targets, my muscle memory is just like off because I just woke up. I just hopped on the computer, and it takes me a while. There we go. It takes me a while to see, but now I'm good. See, it just takes a while for my muscle memory to warm up. And when I first started playing CSGO, I would literally wake up in the morning, hop on competitive, and start playing, right? Missing all kinds of shots. You know, my teammates calling me all sorts of noobs and stuff. And it was very disheartening, you know, not to be able to play as good as you think that you should be able to play. So, warm up with this. Then, after I warm up with the aim map, I warm up with actual bots. So see, this is Aim Arena. Then you can warm up with Whiteprack's Bot Arena. So I hop in there, and usually I like to give myself like 1,000 kills. And I know it seems like a lot. You're like, man, like you're doing a lot of practice before you play. This isn't even really me training. Like I combine my training and warm up. Like lots of people do it. Like people way better than me, by the way. You know, they'll give themselves like 30 minutes of warm up and then they'll play, right? Not me. All right. I give myself like a huge like hour warm up. You know, I come in here and I just, you know, I try to go as fast as I can, but really at first I'm just warming up, so I know I'm gonna miss a lot. So, and I just do like a bunch of headshots, and then after I do like maybe honestly like 500 headshots, right, just to warm up my muscle, just to get my crosshair placement right, then I'll kind of work on sprays a little bit. I'll just kind of work on sprays and just pulling my mouse down. Okay. So just work on sprays. You see how I missed that one spray back there? Just work on sprays, pulling the mouse down. So when I work on sprays, I focus on the body more because it doesn't help me if I get a headshot and then I spray. So I just kind of spray to the body and just pull down, like painting the body. That's what I call it. Just pull down the mouse. And I'll do 500 of those. So after I do like 500 of those, just to warm up my spray memory, or maybe I'll like do 100 and then switch guns, because, you know, I'll switch to the AUG because I play with the AUG a lot. And the AUG is down and left. So I'll just... But the thing about the AUG, like, you see, it only takes like 3 or 4 bullets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's only going to take you like 3 or 4 bullets. So you only need to pull down. But I still kind of pull down and to the left just in case I'm off. Like if I start here, I'm going to be off. So pulling down and to the left hard is... So if I'm inaccurate, but if I'm accurate, it only takes like 3 bullets anyway. But you see, when it's far away, you need to actually pull more. Yeah, and I'll just do that. Yep. And I'll just practice. So practice. Now, that usually takes me a good hour. Hour, 15 minutes. My arm is tired. Oh, you know, it take me a small little break, you know. Then I do deathmatch. No, I'm not ready to play competitive yet. All right? This is what I mean. Like, I want to play competitive so bad because competitive is where all the fun is. You know, it's not fun just like, you know, playing death matches and warming up. But that was the biggest mistake I was doing. Like, if I wanted to improve, I had to either A, train, or B, warm up before matches, or do what I do, train/warm up before matches. And there is a way I do deathmatch training, okay? I don't just only op, okay? I start off with the op. If I get a top 3 or top 4 You know, as long as I feel good, as long as I feel like I'm hitting my flicks, you know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, you know, then I'll move to the AK, then I move to the SG, then I play a CT, and I play with the M4. And sometimes it depends on, like, you know, but I'll use a deagle, and I'll just deagle a few rounds. And so let's start here. Let's just start with the op. And again, since I haven't actually warmed up yet, playing with the op may suck a little bit. Oh, this guy's twitching and flicking all around the map. What's going on? Oh, I'm twitching and flicking. Oh, my variance is really high. Alright, well, I won't be able to warm up in this map. This variance is way too high to play. But it's okay. But you get my point, though. Now, after I've done aim arena, I've done aim bots, I've played deathmatch with all the guns, then I hop into competitive. Sometimes I can't even play competitive because I just spent 2 hours warming up and I gotta go do something else. But I won't play competitive until I'm fully warm. And that also allows me to train. So it's not like, okay, some days I'm just playing competitive and I'm not training. No, I'm training every day now. Once I started doing that, I took off. Once I started doing that, you know, I went from like Silver 4 to Master Guardian. It was that fast. I did that every day, and boom, boom, boom. I could literally see my skill, my aim rising, everything about my gameplay increasing because I was training first. And I know that's only aim. And there's a lot of other things to train, like smokes and all that type of stuff. But that's just pure aim increased me from Silver 4 to Master Guardian. So if you want to rank up, you don't have to do what I do because that's like extreme. And not everyone has as much time to spend like hours warming up. But give yourself at least 30 minutes, you know, to remember, you know, let your forearm and wrist and everything just remember what it's doing again. And it's just like riding a bike. Then it'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to play CSGO. And then you're ready. Hop into a game and watch yourself improve. That was the number one mistake I made when I first started playing. So if you're new to this channel and you watched this video to the end, hopefully you did, please hit like and subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more content. I'm going to, you know, just show myself, you know, playing all the tips and tricks that I've learned so far. And yeah, please, you comment, even if it's to call me a noob, okay? Have a good day.